The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here. Zobu, zobu, bringing by master.
Toya dike, nenu dike. Toya dike, nenu dike. Iye jamara dike ruenu, ekwe chenjigo. Iye jamara dike ruenu, ekwa dagarigo. Omarunga basi, oneme kasi. Omarunga basi, oname kasi.
Your Excellency, the Governor of Abia State has a mission and a mandate to rebuild, to create a society that all of us will be proud of. He also understands the importance of both hard and soft infrastructure. Hard infrastructure will be all the things we build, the roads we build, the hospitals we build, the schools we build. But the soft infrastructure is so critical too. That is creating an environment of stability, an environment of peace. Peace that will make it possible for all of us to use the roads that will be built, to go to the school, with assurance of safety, to go to the hospitals that we're going to build. So soft infrastructure is as important as the hard infrastructure. That is a critical reason for us to be here today. To start a process that will help us create the peace, the stability that we need in the state. That way, all of us can go back and live peacefully, enjoy the state the way we want it. So today is the formal launch of Operation Crush, an operation that will help us achieve the peace and stability.
The Army, we have Brigadier General Edets, Commander 14th Brigade of Abia. In Navy, we have Navy Captain Sylvester Ogogo. In Police, we have CP Kene Onwemelie. In DSS, we have Friday Onuche. And in Civil Defense, we have Commander Paul O. Igwebuike. Among these 5 commanders, they are all itching to speak to us today. But because of your time, may I, with your permission, Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may we welcome CP Kene Onwemelie.
Security is not about talking. As I stand here today on behalf of my colleagues, the various security chiefs in Abia State, I want to first of all send a resounding thank you to our amiable and indefatigable governor, who has expressed and indeed demonstrated commitment to ensuring that there's a very high level of security in Abia State. A lot of us here, we don't know what have happened behind the scenes. His Excellency has actually pushed us, nurtured us, and also supported us to toil day and night towards ensuring that we're all gathered here today to commission or launch the scheme that we are about to launch. As a matter of fact, for someone like me, I'm supposed to be in Abuja today. I did all I could to see if His Excellency could have this event fixed for another day. But because of Council Kananigo, Nelo se anu okunobu, Oshiwa, Esmoka, Council Kandubai, Oshiwa na emeli tata. So it's just a way to let you know that he understands the importance of security, and he has indeed prioritized security in Abia State. But on behalf of myself and my colleagues, I'd like to assure you all that within the limits of the available resources to us, both human and material, and also counting on the unflinching support of the governor and his lieutenants, we shall do our best to ensure that his vision for security in Abia State is met. Thank you.
My speech is titled, "We shall not give an inch." It is with a great sense of duty and service to our great fatherland that I welcome you to the formal launch of this special security operation codenamed Operation Crush. Operation Crush is a strong and coordinated response to the lingering challenges of insecurity in parts of the state, which has made life nightmarish for many. Recall that on the 29th of May this year, after I took the oath of office as the governor of Abia State, I made it clear that there shall be zero tolerance for any form of criminality in any part of our state. Today's event offers a practical demonstration of our unflinching commitment to fulfilling that promise. Huge resources have been committed to the launch of this operation because we appreciate its security. We appreciate that security is the foundation of enduring prosperity. Operation Crush is a joint task force with membership drawn from various security formations, including operatives of the Nigerian Police Force, the Nigerian Army, the Nigerian Navy, the Directorate of State Security Services, and Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps. This special operation is technically set up to swiftly identify, analyze, and respond to security threats from within any part of the state. As the code name indicates, the goal is to counter with necessary force any incidents of kidnapping, armed robbery, and other forms of violent crime anywhere in the state. Special attention shall be paid to the flashpoints around communities within Omunnochi, Isikuato, Aba, Umuahia, and a few other places, with a firm determination to identify and clearing all criminal hideouts using the superiority of our force and the operational expertise of the security personnel on this team. As you are aware, kidnappers and armed robbers have made economic and social activities almost impossible for thousands in some of the communities I just mentioned. Restricted the movement of honest men and women, driving farmers out of their farmlands, and several families away from their homes. Fearing neither God nor man, these daredevil criminals in June last year kidnapped the revered former prelate of the Methodist Church of Nigeria, His Eminence, Dr. Samuel Chukwuemeka Kanuchi, his chaplain, Very Reverend Abidemi Jeremiah Shitu, and the Bishop of Owerri, Right Reverend Dennis Mark. These respected men of God were kidnapped in broad daylight and reportedly paid a huge sum of money in ransom to regain their freedom. Several other individuals, including students, traders, civil servants, and other innocent Nigerians returning to their homes, going for their private businesses, or just visiting the state for social or economic function, have fallen victim to these mindless criminals along the Lopa, Leri, Lomara, Nato, and Isuchi axis. I must also emphasize that Operation Crush shall not just go after gun-wielding criminals. The operatives shall be as hard on informants and those who provide shelter for the gangs and their arms. The full force of the law shall be applied in dealing with landlords, traditional rulers, leaders of the various markets and heads of different settler communities who harbor or provide any form of assistance to individuals who threaten the security of the state. I'm not ignorant of the fact that the economy is very tough for now, for many at this moment. We acknowledge these biting difficulties, but I must also warn that crime offers no true rewards, only regrets and shame. As a government, we are working hard to create legitimate opportunities that will offer jobs to millions of our young people that are unemployed. That is why it becomes necessary that we should secure the state as a first step towards creating the enabling environment for investments and industries to be attracted to our state. You may wish to recall that job creation through expansion of enterprise space, incentivizing agriculture, establishment of skills acquisition institutions, and the magnification of technological leverages are the heart of our agenda. As a young man or woman in Abia today, you have every reason to be optimistic. We have no doubt that you are following all our initiatives to rebuild our state and make it an investment destination in the country. We are in a hurry to actualize the promises that brought us to power, and I can assure you the progress you are presently witnessing in the areas of road rehabilitation and reconstruction in parts of Abia and Umuahia, the restoration of our health institutions, improvements in the sanitary conditions of our cities, and the regularization of salary payments are just small measures of what we have in the bag for the people. Beyond the launch of this exercise, we shall continue to strengthen and support our security establishments at the various levels to make their work smooth. Our goal is to ultimately work with all critical stakeholders to evolve a more proactive system where crimes are abated through the consistent gathering of actionable intelligence. We are continuing our collaborations with the federal government to make sure that the welfare of the security operatives in the state are adequately catered. So on this note, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you. I would like to also inform that hotlines that will be used by the citizens to give information to Operation Crush will be circulated shortly. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to declare Operation Crush and to launch it, and also unveil these vehicles that have been procured for easy movement. So Operation Crush is declared in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
The Emperor, the Conqueror, the Champion, the Lion is here. Zobu, Zobu, Enyimba, Master.
Toya dike, Nenu dike. Toya dike, Nenu dike. Iye jamara dike ruenu, ekwe chenjigo. Iye jamara dike ruenu, ekwa dagarigo. Onwarunga basi, oneme kasi. Onwarunga basi, onamka kasi. Ebube dike, ibe rikekwe. Wani manaria, achaluko dike. Clear the road for Musa.
You see, insecurity has been a problem for Nigeria. And what the governor of Abia State is trying to do right now is to be able to organize a security architecture that can help flush criminality in the state. So this has given birth to Operation Crush. So it is, if you would, a coming together of the Navy, the military, the DSS, and all other security infrastructure in this state to ensure that we can have a much more integrated network to ensure that insecurity is something that will be of the past in this state that is not secure. Investors are not going to be confident to be able to come in and invest their money. So we want a lot of injection of liquidity in the state. And for you to be able to have that, you have to have confidence in the people, because investors vote with their money. So if they are not sure of the kind of security system that we have here, if criminality continues to flourish in our state, then nobody is going to come here to want to invest his money, and which means that poverty is going to continue to linger. And this governor is completely all he wants to do is ensure that the people are employed, so that unemployment rate is reduced. That way we can have a much more a better society that functions for everybody else, economically, socially, and otherwise. Thank you.
Honorable, you have a way of watching the watcher. I remember that this won't be the first time government to be provided this kind of equipment for the security agencies. But trust me, within 6 months it is gone.
So true.
Do you have a way of making sure that the receivers don't abuse it?
Well, you see, in the past, what we have had is, people come together and they try to game the system. But this governor is a new sheriff in town, and there's absolutely no reason that you should be afraid. He was elected on the mandate of trying to secure Abia State and create equal opportunities for everybody else. So he understands that the number one responsibility of the chief security officer of the state, which is the governor, is to secure the people. So of course he has a lot of, in fact he is about to institute a system that continues to check even both the ministries, people who work in government, not just the police force. So, of course, you can be rest assured that the people who are being given this opportunity today to be able to serve our people are going to be watched. Myself, as the Senior Special Assistant of Security, he has tasked me with ensuring that we organize a proper network to ensure that people who are tasked with securing our state, that they are under constant watch, and that we continue to remind them that this job is a sacred job, and that they must too understand that securing our people is not an opportunity for them to abuse the system. So of course, the governor is going to watch them.
It's all about taking extra measures to ensure that our people live in a peaceful environment, in a secure environment. Our concept is not to unleash violence against the citizens. It's not to declare war on our citizens. It's important that people get this right, people understand this. Security has different dimensions, and this is one of the dimensions. There are economic security measures that must be put in place, because it's important, very important, that what we are doing, we are not taking security measures from one point of view. It is holistic. The position of the governor has always been that the best security measure you can put in place is economic security, providing for the people, carrying out those policies and programs that will impact positively on the lives of the people. So what we are doing is actually, and what the government is doing is actually to checkmate the activities of those voluntary criminals. Because the governor has always said it, that you have voluntary and involuntary criminals, and that the voluntary criminals are just in a tiny minority. They're in the minority. But the involuntary criminals are majority of the youth who are out there looking for jobs, but they do not have any. So what we are doing here, or what the government is doing here, is to put mechanisms in place, put security measures in place to stem the activities of voluntary criminals. So it's just all about protecting lives and property. That's what government is doing today.
You had his charge. He said, we are not going to give an inch of our land to criminals. So he has also charged them to do their work. He also charged the society to volunteer information to them, because they are no spirits. They are human beings. They work with our information. So it is now a responsibility between me, you, and the security agencies to make sure that these guys are flushed out from the forests and then flush them from the society. I mean, there are no spirits, as a matter of fact. Two, we cannot flush out criminality completely unless there's a synergy between the society and the security agencies.
Okay, sir. Yes. Your name?
I am Navy Commander McDonald Zuba, retired, the Special Advisor to His Excellency the Governor of Abia State, Dr. Alex Choma OTOFR. In the past weeks, you are not unaware of the activities of criminals and the activities of criminals in the state. We've been having various spate of kidnap, armed robbery, and what have you. So in order to put a stop to all these criminal activities, His Excellency the Governor, who by swearing to the oath of office has said he will protect lives and property of the citizens of Abia State. So we are launching Operation Crush in line with His Excellency's vision to rid the state of criminals and criminality.
The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here. Zobu, zobu, enyimba,
Master. Toya dike, nenu dike. Toya dike, nenu dike. Iye jamara dike ruenu, ekwe chenjigo. Iye jamara dike ruenu, ekwa dagarigo. Omarungabasi, onamekasi. Omarungabasi, onamekasi. Ebube dike.